Good day, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining us for the GSR Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Angelo Zulueta. And today we have Hitoshi Iemura-san.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and this time we'll be discussing the pros and cons of the Philippine stock market. So, Iemura-san,
Hi.
as the executive director of GSR, what do you think is the most attractive thing about the Philippine stock market right
Stock
now?
market?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I always say to people the attractiveness to invest Philippine, regardless of whatever, regardless of real estate, regardless of stock, whatever asset, the get the ride the wave of
Okay.
the economic growth.
Hmm.
This is the most attractiveness point and stable factor. Anyone can get right to the economic growth wave.
I see. That's because you find it safe, right, to invest in the Philippines right now, since I remember you saying it's usually fighting for the top one or two competitive spot in Asia when it comes to
actually,
growth, right?
maybe I told in the last podcast about real estate. Yeah, Philippines is last 10 years top or second position in terms of the economic growth in Southeast Asian region. So usually top Philippines and Vietnam is the top two. So meaning 5 to 7% annual growth.
And you think that for the foreseeable future, that's going to stay the same, yes?
Oh yeah. We can check some professional report from from Goldman Sachs, World Bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Anyone can check the long-term economic growth forecast of Philippines. It looks good.
All
Yeah,
right.
one of the top. One of the Philippines is in one of the top layer countries.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
That bodes well for all the Filipinos out there who are listening.
Yeah. Because of the big population and the population bonus and dividend. Yeah.
Because of our workforce, right? Because it's an inverted triangle.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what that means, the inverted triangle status that our country has is because Iemura-san also mentioned this in a previous podcast that our population is mainly comprised of 20 to 30-year-olds, and a lot of them are working as OFWs or just working in general, which is stimulating our economy and having us earn a lot. So I learned that from you. Thank you.
But the one of the attractiveness of the macro Philippine economy is a strong consumption power. So I think the consumption power in Philippines in total GDP is around 70%. So consumption power is most important drive for Philippine economy to push up. So, but unfortunately, this is a consumption. Philippine people don't invest well. That's maybe from now on, many people, even young people, can start invest through online, through smartphone.
True.
Very easy, and even Gcash. Yeah.
Because Gcash has GMS.
Yeah, actually, some of the security brokers already started to the system to buy stocks through Gcash. So any easy access, very easy access. So I think the investment activity for Filipino, especially young people, is going up.
Oh, that's even better for our economy then.
Oh, sure.
Because
Of course,
that's
sure.
going
Of
to
course,
both
sure.
drive up
Yeah,
consumption. and the
sure.
like.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that stocks are more accessible, what do you think about the Philippine stock market as a whole positively now that it's more accessible to us as via smartphones and the like?
Oh yeah. Of course, in the stock market, Philippine stock market, I have around 300 listed company at the moment. So of course, not everyone is okay. Good. Of course, there are mixture, good and middle and bad. But basically, the companies which contribute to the Philippine economic growth, those are the good company for to invest.
So companies like Ayala, SMDC.
Actually, yeah, Ayala, SMDC, we call them conglomerate. Conglomerate, Philippines have 10 big conglomerate. All of them are listed. Ayala, SM, Rishotan, JG Summit, San Miguel. 10 big conglomerate. Of course, all Filipino know they have a huge power in the Philippine economy.
True.
So meaning that it's good investment opportunity as well. But it's good. But actually, at the flip side, in the stock market, we have an idea of the conglomerate discount. So I'm not so keen to invest to conglomerate. I want to pick more specific company. Conglomerate is what is conglomerate? They do development and banking,
pretty much everything.
Yeah. Food business, restaurant. What is profitable? What is not profitable? It's hard to see it
because they're too busy doing
too much. Yeah.
So that means you'd want to invest more in specific sectors.
Specific is better. I prefer, and generally speaking, in the stock market, general idea, conglomerate is not so good investment opportunity because we don't see the detail. We don't see which is profitable, which is loss. It's hard to foresee what's happening in future. So, for example, Ayala, one of the big business in Ayala is telecom. Telecom, right? Telecom, yeah. Globe Telecom is a part of Ayala's conglomerate. And they are doing the GCash businesses. GCash business is really good, definitely. But we don't know. We cannot see how much do they earn? How much do they make a profit? We know it must be very good because they have a lot of clients, right? Users. So now the stock market hope, GCash could be spin out from Ayala and be listed by themselves. Then value is jumped.
Do you think it's possible for the individual businesses inside a conglomerate to be listed in the stock market soon, like within the next 5 years? Like, how long do you think, first of all, is it possible for GCash to split off from Ayala's conglomerate stock and become an individual stock?
Yeah.
So, and in that case, how many years do you think it'll take for such a change to happen?
Quickest this year, 2025.
Oh,
okay. They have already planned. They planned for a long time already. Yeah, they are just looking for the opportunity. They want to be listed in a good market situation. At the moment, Philippine stock market is not good in a historical, from the point of historical trend, not good, meaning that the low price now.
Okay, so that means it's a good time for people to buy, though.
Yeah, they want to list the stock at high price. So they are looking for the opportunity. Okay, so good, getting the stock market getting better, then they are going to be listed. I think they have already prepared. They're just looking for the
right
opportunity,
timing.
Yeah, timing issue. Maybe this year.
Okay, that's a lot sooner than I thought.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking within 5 years.
Yeah, this year.
Okay. What other companies do you think would benefit from splitting off from their conglomerate?
Many. I think split out. Maybe in the future. For example, Ayala have a lot of businesses. They have electric vehicle EV charging station businesses, and of course healthcare business, hospital and healthcare. Yeah, business is also good, and maybe logistic also. Yeah, I had a logistic already listed. I think spin out already. Yeah.
That means that's a lot more potential than I thought for this.
There are a lot of potential, but I'm not quite sure the thinking of conglomerate management person. Do they want to keep in the group, or
will they allow it to
spin it out, and it's more business strategy, corporate strategy point. I think IPO is not the sole answer to grow. Sometimes non-listed is better. It depends on the company's situation.
What are the advantages of an IPO? That's
IPO?
initial product offering, right?
Initial public offering.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. The IPO meaning that they debut in the stock market.
Okay.
And they IPO public open. So anyone, our stock, anyone can buy it. Yeah. That is IPO, meaning IPO. The biggest benefit of IPO, they gather the money from the market, from the public. Yeah. So meaning that the company which have a big appetite to have big money, meaning that they have a lot of investment opportunities. The company, like easy to remember. Magnificent Seven, Google, OpenAI, Amazon. They need a huge money because they have to invest to the AI. Meaning they use capital market. This makes sense. But for example, the company they are doing stable business, and they don't have an aggressive expansion plan. They don't need the money. In that case, those companies no need to be listed.
To IPO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. IPO and listing means they are open to public. So they have to follow many regulations and rules. This is a responsibility for the listed company.
I see. It puts it into perspective because I thought every company would benefit from an IPO, but
no.
Thanks to you, I understand now.
Some listed company be back to private. We call it management buyout, MBO. There are many cases MBO. Listed company go back to private because private is better.
Because they don't necessarily need the aggressive amount of money.
Do you know the SoftBank, Japanese company, Mr. Song?
A little bit. I'm familiar with the name.
He went to meet Trump in the second day of Trump started. He invested huge money to U.S. Of course, even Japan telecom business, and he invested to many startup companies. And I think Mr. Song consider to be delisted.
He MBO'd?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah.
That puts things into context. All right.
Yeah. There are many cases to be back to non-listed. But the company which have a big plan for growth and big plan to expand their business, the capital market is the most effective tool to gather money.
So would it be safe to say that in that case, it's better for us to expect companies to produce an IPO here in the Philippine stock market rather than seeing companies perform MBOs?
MBO, I think there are very few companies in few company cases in Philippines MBO because the number of listed company itself 300 is very small. For example, Japan 3,000, 5,000. US 10,000 company listed in the market. Philippines 300 is really small. So I think Philippine stock market needs more company be listed. Yeah, 300 is not enough
to stimulate the stock market.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the number of IPO in a year, Philippines only 5 or 6. It's too low. I think Philippines need to be IPO every year, 20, 30 companies.
I agree with you there. That 5 to 6 in
5 to
in
6,
a year
only
is
5 to 6. Yeah, single digit.
That it doesn't encourage more participation in the stock market in that case. Is there anything that the government or that other ruling bodies can do to stimulate companies to
actually
offer
the
into
stock
the market?
market is pretty split from the government handling. They are not. I think stock market is private company. They are listed as well. They are listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange market. Also one of the listing company in Philippines. Yeah. they are private. Of course, they have some. They are not a pure private entity. Half 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 public, half private, right? Of course, the government and the Ministry of Finance control, not full control, some control of stock market. Yeah.
All right. That's another very interesting thing.
But I haven't heard aggressive plan from Marcos to do something for stock market. But I think Philippine government and Philippine country itself utilize capital market, stock market more effectively. Yeah.
Here's to hoping that we get more IPOs in the coming years. Then.
Yeah, IPO.
Especially given the barrier to entry is lowering because of all.
Actually, barrier is low. Entry barrier is already low.
Really?
Yeah, already low in Philippine stock market. But maybe appetite of the conglomerate, not so big. Appetite of conglomerate to spin out some businesses because, they can easily control.
If it's in their conglomerate.
Grab, and they keep the business in their group. It is easier to control. Once be public, they need to hear everyone.
Oh yeah, because you have public shareholders.
Yeah, public share. Yeah. They need to hear. Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting to see in action.
Yeah.
It's both the microeconomic and the macroeconomic thing.
Yeah.
In that case, well, that's already quite a lot of pros that you've listed. Let me see if I can repeat them. So the barrier to entry is low. IPOs are relatively easy to get now if they come out because the prices are low right now. It's more accessible aside from the barrier to entry being low because, well, we have Gcash, we have other apps. I think AB Capital is also working on being more accessible.
And the price. I have to say the price of the stock really low. We can buy only 5,000 peso. We can buy most of the stocks, even the big company.
Oh
yeah, 5,000. I think our average 5,000 peso. We can buy.
Oh, that's an incredibly low barrier.
Oh yeah. And now I think I read the news. The Philippine stock market consider to reduce the minimum amount.
Even lower than 5? Oh my God! All right,
maybe 1,000.
I think that's a smart move because at least that way
maybe you can buy stocks if you stop to go for drinking one night, and you can buy stock. Easy.
That's
easy.
true. That's true. Drinks.
Easy. Anyone can start. Anyone can start. So I think, everyone, should do it.
Do you think that's a good thing that the barrier to entry is so low that even 1,000?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's definitely good. The only reason bad thing. I think, but now it's all administration is conducted online. So, but before company issues the paper. So okay, if the shareholder 10,000, 20,000, they have to issue paper. It's a big administration cost before, but now everything is online.
Which
no
means
paper.
It's a lot easier to just distribute.
Oh yeah. So no administration costs. So I think as of now, it's better to reduce minimum price.
All right.
Then anyone can access to the stock market. More democratized. I think stock market should be more democratized.
In what ways exactly?
Huh?
Like, isn't it already democratized?
Reduce minimum price and also easy access through Gcash.
So it's already on the right track then.
Oh yeah. But after that, the people's mentality.
It's up to the people entering the stock market from there on, I guess.
Yeah, because this is not a gamble.
True.
So if you start to invest stock market, of course you need to study what's happened for what's happened old companies. Yeah.
That's true.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you might be blindsided by the companies when
Yeah.
their stocks go down
Mm.
due to the shift in
Yeah.
in the market environment.
Mm.
All right. It's quite a lot of pros we've talked about.
Oh, yeah.
If it's fine, maybe we can take a short break and then move on to the cons.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we'll be back after this short break. Thank you so much for being with us this far, and we'll see you in a bit.
For all of your property needs, come to Global Strategy Real Estate, GSR. We at GSR are your one-stop shop for anything related to your property and more. From management to buying, selling, documentation, and maintenance, we have your back. At GSR, we aspire to provide the level of quality and service which put Japan on the map as one of the hallmarks of hospitality. Let us manage your property today.
And we're back. Once again, this is your host, Angelo Zulueta, and here we have the Executive Director of GSR, Hitoshi Iemura, and we're doing Philippine Stock Market pros and cons. The other shoe dropped. Excellent. Anyway, we've gone on to discuss quite a lot of pros on the stock market. So why don't we focus more on the cons this time? You mentioned, you already rattled off a few, but we can elaborate on those, like how there aren't enough participants for one thing, and how the growth for the amount of listed participants isn't high enough per year. What else would you say is a con of the stock market in the Philippines? Yeah, a con. Yeah.
A con bad side?
Yeah, bad side.
Bad side? Oh. Actually, there's not so many bad side. Of course, stock market in general, not only for Philippine stock market. Stock market is up and down. Meaning, sometimes up and down, fluctuation. They have a fluctuation. But this is any stock market, any stock market. But maybe a Philippine stock market fluctuation maybe bigger than
an
for
average
example,
stock
bigger
market.
than Tokyo or New York, maybe, because the total size of the market not big enough as of the
So if
moment.
there are drastic fluctuations
Yeah,
in big
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conglomerates, then it
Yeah.
affects the market as a whole.
Yeah. So small market, meaning that if the big investor come in, buy, stock jump, but the big investor sell, drop.
So it's more easily affected because of the low amount of companies listed.
Yeah. So that is a fluctuation, big, not really big, but
significant.
Yeah. Sometimes movement is pretty big. That is, of course, we should be careful. And another thing is okay. It's very important for investors to have a liquidity. I think I talked about liquidity in our session of real estate as well.
Yes.
Same. Any investment, liquidity is very important. So of course, generally speaking, stock is much bigger liquidity than real estate. Yeah. So, but even in the stock market, some stock doesn't have enough liquidity.
Why is that?
Meaning that I have a stock. Okay, I wanna sell now, but cannot do it.
But why is it that some stocks are less liquid than others?
Oh, because liquidity is how many people wants to buy and sell this stock? 100 to 10,000.
Oh,
much bigger. If the stock 10,000 people wants to buy and sell, it's high liquidity, easy to sell, easy to buy. But only 10 people wants to buy and sell. It's hard. Okay, I want to sell it, but it takes 1 week or 1 month, like that. Some of the Philippine stocks, not big one, not Tera, not similar, not like that, more small stocks,
smaller companies.
Sometimes it is not easy to buy and sell quickly. So meaning it means low liquidity stocks we have. But even if low liquidity company stock, some company make a good profit, make a good performance. Yeah, there is. It is not linked with the corporate performance and liquidity.
Okay.
So even if they're good company, but they are low liquidity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay if you are the long-term investor. Okay, just buy it, and okay, no, don't worry about selling. Just
Watch
own
it
it,
grow.
own it. 10 years, 20 years, no problem. No, you don't need to care about the liquidity. But more active investor, they try to buy and sell and make their performance bigger. So in that case, it is not good to buy and sell for the small and medium stocks. Big stock is better. Big one, big
I see.
player. Yeah.
So it depends on your approach as well in the market, whether whether you're a short-term or a long-term investor. Okay.
Yeah. But most of the big company, no problem. No liquidity problem.
All right.
Only the small and mid-size. Some small and mid-size company.
So that small and mid-sized companies having, apart from company performance, having low liquidity.
Yeah.
There's the low population size of the market, because we only have 300 listings compared to 5K, 10K. What other cons do you aside from the volatility, which is normal? Yeah.
I feel I just talk about the conglomerate discount. The Philippine economy, dominated by the conglomerate, actually.
True.
Yeah, dominated. So I think the value of the conglomerate, I think much bigger than evaluation in the stock market. Meaning that IRA corporation have their market capitalization value in the stock market. This is evaluation by the stock market.
Yeah.
But actual value of IRA, I think much bigger than stock market evaluation. The reason why the low price is this is we call it conglomerate discount. Investor cannot detail evaluation of IRA because they are doing many things, and they cannot say, okay, which is profitable, which is not profitable, like that. They don't know. That's why the evaluation could be lower than the fair market value. This is discount.
And that's also why it's better if the conglomerates
spin out to be public. It's better
because it'll be easier to keep track of what's performing well, and you'll be able to have a better estimate of the conglomerate's market value in that case.
I feel if the Gcash is going to be spin out to be listed in the stock market, the Gcash value is almost the same size of IR corporation.
That's a fair assumption. They've been expanding so much recently.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
would you say that would be all of the cons? So all of the cons of or bad sides of the Philippine stock market?
Bad sides. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel is a disadvantage in it?
Not really. Yeah.
You did say we're in a good place for it right now.
Yeah, I think it's good price and good. It's low barrier to entry.
Okay.
Very really democratized investment opportunity. Stock market is really democratized. Anyone can access. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can summarize that in a way that's satisfactory then. The state of the Philippine stock market is very good right now.
It's good, very good. Meaning that low valuation now.
Okay.
Low valuation.
So I guess it's good for buyers then.
Now is a time for buying.
So it's very good in terms of buying right now because our barrier to entry is already low and it's going to get lower. It's very democratized right now because of said barrier to entry. The small population size of or the small amount of companies listed is both good for it and bad for it, because it's relatively easier to keep track of the jumps in the market. But at the same time, since there aren't that many companies entering it, it needs to be more stimulated, it needs to grow more. And it's safe to enter within the next 5, 10, 20 years, because the growth of the Philippines in the Southeast Asian region has been so consistently competitive that it's probably going to continue bleeding over to the stock market and letting it stay stable for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Was I able to get all that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for teaching me. All right. So now that we've gotten all of the pros and cons out of the way, I guess it's about time for us to wrap up.
Do you want to talk about the more sector? Which sector, which industry?
Maybe we could save that for next podcast. Yeah. So which sector would you like to handle for?
I like telecom, I like banking, I like real estate. Yeah.
Why don't we handle telecom and banking next? For our next episode. I'd be happy.
Real estate is also good.
We could revisit that again as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
So this has been Hitoshi Iemura, our Executive Director of GSR. And once again, this has been your host, Angelo Zulueta. And thank you again so much for joining us for the GSR Podcast. If you like this episode and you want to see more, please follow us on social media. We have the Linktree QR up here, and we can also be followed at GSR Philippines. That's the @ symbol, then GSR Philippines. We also have a website at www.gsr-ph.com. That's www.gsr-ph.com. And if you like this episode and want to rewatch it, or you want to watch the previous episodes, we are also on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and regular YouTube. So this has been us, and thank you again so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.